161 with Ben Ingram from Texas Regional Bank.
161? Oh, why can't I see? I was like, why are you so blurry?
That's because you're Grandma Lewis. Grammy Lewis.
Grammy Lewis.
Grammy Lewis. That's courtesy of Carlisle. Carlisle is here. You can see Carlisle's legs.
Carlisle, put your head in there so people can see your head.
This is Carlisle. Okay. I'm very loud.
I can hear somebody breathing.
It's always Steve.
No, it's not.
Steve is always the breather.
I'm the snorter.
The snorter.
All right, I'm ready.
We forgot to mention, we're going to...
Yeah, we'll do that. So we'll do, we'll start off sponsors, guest,
Yes.
and we'll do some short stuff.
Okay.
Are we live here?
Hold on one moment. We are live. We are live.
Do you have your little...
Oh, my smart aleck. Oh.
Putting her on the spot, Carlisle.
No pressure.
Wait, I thought I had it. I don't know. I'm just going back to my old one for right now because I'm a little verklempt. Because I'm already live.
Verklempt.
Verklempt.
Wow, that's a big word.
You know, I watched
What's
a lot
the Webster's Dictionary of that?
I don't know.
Perplexed?
Perplexed. Perplexity.
Verklempt.
Unsettled.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Where'll you be going?
Texas?
Oh, and that's a mistake, which we will delete, and nobody will mention that again. So here we go.
Well, obviously, we have our people here.
Everybody.
I'm telling
That was Michelle's
everybody.
fault. That was Michelle's fault. I don't make mistakes.
Where'll you be going?
Texas?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Go on, make it happen.
And now here's Steve and Michelle.
Welcome from the heart of Dripping Springs. We are Mallet and Michelle, hosted by me, Michelle Lewis, and Steve Mallet. Skinny Tires Mallet.
That's better than Speedo, Steve.
I actually...
Which is better than Fat Steve.
Yeah, Fat
Yes,
Steve.
this is
Yeah.
true. And joining us today again is Carlisle Kennedy. Thank you for, what are you, cameoing, I guess?
Yeah.
She's
Shadowing?
Shadowing,
Shadowing.
yes.
Shadow
yes.
bombing.
Shadow bombing.
Shadow bombing, for
Michelle's
sure.
making hand signals. I don't know what that means. Is that too loud?
This is, I need it up a little bit.
You need it up a
Sorry.
little bit
Yeah, just a little bit.
because-
In her
just a little
deaf
bit.
ear.
How's that?
There
Is that
you
better?
go. in my
Okay,
deaf
there we
ear.
go.
We need to thank our sponsors, Nomic Power Solutions,
Jovi Belterra, 55 plus living community.
South Star Bank, and
Come on, Carlisle.
come on, Carlisle.
Mallet.
Who's our last one?
Mallet Integrity Team Real Estate.
There you go.
Woohoo!
Of which Carlisle is a part.
I am.
Yes, that's right.
Proud
That's
Did you?
right.
Was there feedback there?
Yeah, there was. That
wonder
was some
why that
feedback.
happened.
Is it my feedback?
I don't know. I
Might
do
have
declare.
been.
I
do
hear
declare.
feedback.
I am a bit of a clamp.
Oh, get my
clamped.
salt.
I
I
love
need
that,
my
the
smelling
Give
salt.
me my smelling salt.
Grammy Lewis.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we lost a friend recently,
We did. We did.
and
A local.
yeah,
Local. He
somebody
grew
been
up,
here a long time.
grew up in Dripping Springs. Graduated from Dripping Springs. He was my age, and he was an agent here in Keller Williams. His name is Eric,
Yep.
and he was a hoot. He was a character.
He was,
For sure.
yeah, and went to his memorial on Friday last week, and a lot of people showed up, and I learned some things about him that I didn't know, and I was glad that I went to, because you feel like you know somebody, but then when you start meeting family and seeing pictures of them when they grow up, you really get to know who they are.
Yeah, I think it's a good reminder. You need to check on your friends, and even when your friends don't want to be checked on, you check on them again.
Check on them anyway.
But sometimes, there's only so much that you can do, and I know that we have a mutual friend of ours that is very sad about that, and
yeah.
there's only so much that you can do for somebody.
Yeah, but reach out to each other and take care of each other. That's the big takeaway I took from that. So.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of reaching out, I went to San Diego this past weekend and had a glorious time. The weather was amazing. And then I went into a total despair for like 12, 13 hours because
While TikTok vanished.
TikTok went offline and
Twitching in the corner.
I was twitching. I got the shakes. I didn't know what to do. And it was funny because right before TikTok went down, Kendall and I, we were binge watching it. We were like, oh, we got to watch it all. And all of a sudden, all these, and I'm not a big social media influencer follower, but there's apparently like this group of people that are just big social media influencers, and they are spilling their secrets. It's confessions. And they're basically saying, well, since TikTok is closing down, I might as well tell you. And
It's all fake.
well, yeah, like I really didn't use that skincare, or I didn't really exercise all that time. So they're telling
This
everything.
is a filter. This
Yes.
is not what I really look
But
like.
then also what I did, and yes, I did, because Kendall forced me. So because my Chinese spy went on vacation because I didn't have TikTok, I joined Red Note for a hot minute, which is the Chinese version of TikTok,
which is owned by the Chinese government.
which is also owned by the Chinese government. But I'm sure they were just as much as confused. Like, what is going on? Why are all these Americans here? But one of the funniest things was when TikTok went away, there were a bunch of European people that got on there and said, since all the Americans are gone, we can start talking about geography. And like, things like that, which I thought was kind of funny.
I did the 3M International Half Marathon, or whatever they're calling it now, on Sunday, and one of the best posters I saw was a guy saying, my TikTok is down, so I'm out here watching this boring half marathon.
That was pretty much true. You know, the next morning we wanted to go eat brunch, and I use TikTok sometimes as a search engine, especially when we go on vacation or we go away. And I was like, how am I going to, I have to go to where the poor people go, Reddit. And I had to like Google.
I thought you were going
I
to
had
say
Google.
Instagram.
I had to go to Google. Oh, no, it was so funny. Some of these other videos have been going, when TikTok came back online, they were like, I was so afraid I had to go to Instagram Reels, and it wasn't really, but I thought it was really funny. It started back up. Now there's like this whole mass following, and people are fighting against all the big, huge social media influencers. And basically what they're saying is, let's mass follow these younger creators. And there's a whole algorithm, there's a whole system to it. It's a lot of friggin' work to be a social media influencer.
Yeah, I think the
Are you
people
going to
that...
try it?
Well, I mean, it's been kind of funny. Like Kendall and I,
Have you
we're
seen
gonna
her? She's got like 800 followers.
I did.
mean, you know, she's
Steve,
big time, Carlisle. She's
serious
big
business.
time.
I have 435 followers.
Oh,
Okay,
jeez.
simmer down.
Jeez.
I wish I had 800 followers.
You could double it this year.
I wish I did. Hey, follow Mama Lewis.
Put that on your goal
TikTok.
list.
Yeah.
Hey,
Double my followers.
that's a good segue into, I think we all get to a certain age where social media becomes less important to us and kind of a pain in the ass. I'll go out on a limb and say.
Yeah.
I read this article the other day that there is a connection between your mindset and your health as you age. So how many times have you heard somebody say, I'm too old for that? Or, do you know how old I am? I can't do that anymore. Or blaming certain things they've got going on. And Carlisle's looking at me because I probably say that.
I do not. My mind is still a kid. Like
Well, I still feel that way
Yeah.
too. But I find myself sometimes like saying things like I love snowboarding, but I probably won't go snowboarding anymore because if I hurt myself,
It's a bad deal.
it is a bad deal. It's like, when you're a kid, you sprain something, you're like 3 weeks later, you're out running, 10Ks or whatever. But when you're 60, almost 62, it's a 6-month recovery.
if you hurt yourself snowboarding, everybody would say, "Can you believe Steve was snowboarding?
Wow.
What is he thinking?" No, not really.
You probably would,
They would
yeah.
actually think about me.
So there was this researcher at Harvard University, Eric S. Kim, that did this whole study that negative beliefs about aging can be a self-fulfilling prophecy. And the opposite is also true. Positive beliefs can promote longer living and healthier habits. Meaning, if you don't believe that your age is a limiting factor, You will actually live longer.
I don't think age is a limiting factor. I mean, is eating chips and guacamole for dinner?
That's a limiting factor. That's a limiting factor,
Hey,
Michelle.
guacamole's green.
Yeah.
You know, it is true though. It's like I remember when I was younger that when my parents were turning 40, when they were turning 50, I was like, they've got one foot in the grave.
That's true.
And I'm 47, and I do not feel.
That's kind
I'm
of
a
the
kid.
point of this is
Yeah.
that I remember being, when I was 40, thinking, man, I'm really getting old. Now I think, geez, 40, you're like the fountain of youth, you know? So it's all your perspective. This is
Look,
how you look at life.
I know you guys like to harass me and call me Grammy or Glammy or
Grammy Lewis.
I've been Gilfy is the new one that that's another friend that has been calling me that. But you know what? That's a badge of honor to me because I am so thrilled. My mother passed away when she was 60 years old and my kids were little, so they never got to experience a grandmother. And so I'm excited.
Keeps you younger.
I'm so excited. I'm gonna just spoil
The point
this
is,
baby
Michelle,
rotten.
you are young. You're not even, according to a lot of people, you're not even middle-aged. And it's...
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I like that.
So part of this study they did is taking on challenges and figuring out how to cope with life's ups and downs can help you live longer and healthier. Meaning how you approach these things that come on you in your life as you age, how you approach those things. So if you think that, you know, when you're 80 years old, like, well, I still got a lot of life left in me and I can go do this and I can go do that and I'll go do yoga and maybe won't be as yoga like I did when I was 40, but I'll go do those things. You'll live longer.
Look at your father. He's the perfect example.
He's 82
from
years old.
Where he was before he moved here to Dripping Springs to where he is now, his social life. He has more friends than you, Steve. Let's just be honest
This
right
is
now.
true, yeah. He gets a lot more
So
hugs
should
than
he.
I do too, yeah.
It's because he brings the ladies oranges or tangerines
Every day,
Every
and he gets a
so-
hug from that.
Yeah,
This study also quoted this woman, Shirley Hodes, who turns 108 this fall, and she says, "I love books, I love theater, I love learning new things and cultivating relationships." And she says, "I didn't feel like I was middle-aged till I was 80 years old."
She's firing her brain regularly.
That's exactly
She
right,
is-
Carlisle.
She's like stimulating her brain. Even if you aren't physical, if you can't be physical as much as you used to be, you're still stimulating your brain through conversation.
I'm always going to
education,
fire my mouth off.
reading, right? You are.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Starting fights into your 90s.
That's right.
That's exactly right. That'll keep you sharp, though, Grammy Lewis.
That's what
Yeah. But so Shirley's advice was to always concentrate on the positive, which I thought was just spot on. And then that reminded me, as I was kind of wrapping that up, of one of my favorite poems, which Dylan Thomas wrote in 1951. Do not go gentle into that good night. And I just want to read a couple lines from this because I think it talks about aging and not embracing that you're getting old.
So I'm going to write this down so I remember
I'll
to
just
read
give
this,
you a copy
read
of this
at
one.
your funeral.
Do
Okay.
not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Do not go gentle into that good night. So fight it. Like hang on to it with your fingernails right to the bitter end. Don't say, I'm old. I can't do that anymore.
Well, I will tell you what keeps me young, and it's hanging out at 6th Street sometimes, and it's Dirty 6 sometimes, and I like to go down to Dirty 6. But you know that 6th Street for decades has been closed off. You know, at night, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and I think Sunday nights they close it also. For whatever reason, they've decided, the city of Austin has decided to start this pilot program where they are now opening it up.
I heard about
and they have put, I got to get my granny glasses on to read it.
Grammy Lewis.
But they've put up this special fencing and rubber curbs and wider sidewalks. And I think this is a stupid idea. They first were going to do it the first weekend when the New Orleans things happened. And they decided to haul it off and wait to the following weekend, which I still think is stupid. But they say it increases pedestrian safety and it decreases the number of officers being injured. But here's the cons to it. Cops cannot cross the street when something is going on.
Because there's traffic.
People can't bar hop anymore, so now you're going to have to go down to the next block and go walk up and down. But I don't know. They eliminated all the street parking. Someone said, there was a comment that said, it's all fun and games until someone gets shoved into traffic, which is exactly what I could see happening. You are now taking all of those people and concentrating them onto the sidewalks. Stupid ideas. So
are you saying that the Austin City Council did something stupid? I've never heard such a thing.
So what's now happening to the mounted police officers? What I want to know, because how are they going down the sidewalks? Are they going down the sidewalks, or are they continuing to going down the middle of the street with the cars?
I can't imagine.
I don't see what.
Well, they removed the parking. Did you say
they removed all the parking? So now that's where the sidewalk is, which I think is such a disadvantage. Because think about if you are a band or a bar owner or a bartender or whatever, you work down on those 6th Street bars, Chuggin' Monkey, Dizzy Rooster, whatever those bars are that are down there. Where are you going to go park? So now you have to go park at a parking garage and pay $20 yourself.
Or in one of those alleys down there that's
when it's been blocked off.
Yeah, I know, but if you
addicts.
got there early enough, you could sit there and you could park. I don't know. I just think this is a stupid idea. I know New Year's, the next weekend of New Year's Eve, they put trash trucks on the corners because of what happened in New Orleans. But again, this is a pilot program. They wanted to see what was going to happen. Mama Lewis says, "You dumb. This is stupid. Don't do this."
I'm not going to Dirty Six anymore.
I ain't going to no
I'm
Dirty
too old
Six.
for that.
So Steve's like, "I'm not going to Dirty Six."
I will admit, I am too old for that.
You gotta hang out with me sometimes. It's a lot of fun. I like to go
keep
listen
up with you.
You probably can't.
You know what? We run downtown on Saturday mornings, and one of the routes we take goes by this
I think I've
alley.
seen you.
Yes, you probably have. Yeah, you're coming home while I'm going out. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, and there's an alley which would probably be between 6th and like 8th Street, and it is full of people. I don't know what they're doing, but it almost looks like a movie from a post-apocalyptic movie where they're all kind of hunkered down, and they're all obviously doing drugs, but it is scary to run. But there's like 60 people down there, and they're all like sitting on crates, and it's a very weird thing. That's just one block off of 6th Street.
Again, full disclosure, my favorite place to go is on 4th Street. It's Lavaca Street Bar. I love that place. That's
a nice clean area too, without all that. Well, but without all the traffic.
They have my favorite restaurant there at Lavaca Street Bar, inside of the restaurant.
Oh, is that right?
What is it?
I can't remember the name of it. Like, it just totally escaped me, but
That's
it's really
what Google's
good.
for.
It's really good. You'll have to go.
Okay.
I'll
go with you.
There's a lot of good places down there in that downtown.
It's just
not necessarily on 6th Street,
we just get tons of food. It used to be a food trailer. Now they're inside Lavaca Street Bar.
Robles Pizza?
No, or Satan's Pizza. Oh man, you haven't had pizza until you've
had Satan's Pizza.
And you're sitting on the curb on 6th Street at 2 in the morning.
With paper plate pizza.
You're just like, it's delicious. It's delicious.
That's awesome. Do you think they served pizza at the inauguration?
I know. I think they serve Big Macs and Diet Coke. I heard the Diet Coke buttons back in the
I did. I heard that. Yeah, the Diet Coke button is back.
So we watched that. We watched that Monday.
Yeah, we did.
Regardless of how you feel about the incoming administration, I tell you what, the pomp and circumstance and the fashion, wow,
So
it was
great.
amazing. And we had a podcaster there.
Joe Rogan. Yeah, I was sitting in the audience. I know. I saw his face. I was like, "Is that Joe Rogan?" Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
He is media for this time.
You know what I have heard more than anything people say is that, and I actually heard Vice President Vance say it yesterday when he was in North Carolina. It was this morning, and they were asking him about a certain nominee for a certain position, and he said, "Look, I'm here for North Carolina and to figure out what they want, and I'm not going, and the American people should stop listening to the media's narrative of what they want to happen."
Yeah.
And I think people nowadays, I'm not hearing that same rumble and moan and so you didn't like the guy, but I'm not hearing some of the same stuff. Maybe
one of my very liberal friends that I was running with this morning sees what's going on there and understands that every time they do that, oh, Elon Musk did the Heil Hitler
yeah,
salute. It's
whatever.
like, please, guys, just stop. We're
He
not
just
stupid.
waved at somebody.
Yeah,
Is there
he
a
did. He
chance
waved
that
out
he
in
was
the
just
audience.
He
waving
went. No,
at
he went
somebody?
like he said from my heart into the Mars, or he wants to send to Mars
But-
or something.
Yeah,
Oh my
you know,
God.
it's like,
Oh my God.
they don't. They're so clueless. They don't have any idea that they are done, and they keep trying to do this stupid stuff.
Well,
But-
let's piss them off a little bit more, because here's a couple of highlights that I heard from President Trump's speech. He declared the southern border an emergency. Amen. I'm a
Yeah,
South
I
Texas
think,
girl, and I totally agree
like
with it.
60% of the American people agree
It is
with
now
that.
called the Gulf of America. It is not called the Gulf. So that's official. The national energy bills that he's going to do, drill baby drills, I kept hearing over and over again. He's taking off the electric car mandate, the tariffs. Here was my favorite thing that I heard him say, because my son had a couple of friends that were affected by this, and I've had friends that children were affected by this. All service members that refuse to get the COVID vaccine are now going to be able to come back into
They're
the military
reinstated with full back
with full
pay.
back
I love
pay. And I have also heard that they are maybe going to ask for some of their rankings that they missed out on. So that is what I'm most excited about. I think that was a ridiculous mandate.
was ridiculous.
And we'll see if we take back the Panama Canal.
Yeah, we see. The whole Gulf of America, we did a story on that a couple weeks ago, and I don't know. I'm not even sure that was worthy of an inauguration speech, but it's pretty cool.
I like to see Hillary's face pucker when
I
she
know,
said that. She started chuckling.
I know. One of the highlights for me was Carrie Underwood singing.
Yeah.
What was it? Was it the
America the Beautiful.
America the Beautiful?
Yeah.
And the music started and stopped, and she waited about 30 seconds, and she just said, "I'll just sing it."
Yeah.
And I had goosebumps the whole
too.
time. It was
She's
amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that, you need to go YouTube it, and it's an amazing, performance.
There had been some controversy, even in the country music world, or with conservatives, about Carrie Underwood, because Carrie Underwood is a vegetarian. She doesn't eat meat, and so there was this whole narrative that was out there about ranch. She doesn't support the ranching community. I have heard it for years and years and years. She was a PETA supporter, which I don't think was true. There was a whole other narrative that was being pushed about her, and regardless of where you stood, to be able to sit there and hear her amazing voice, I implore anybody to go Google Carrie Underwood singing
Doesn't
How Great
matter
Thou
your
Art.
it doesn't matter your political leanings. Having her sing that a cappella was amazing.
So what I'm saying, go listen to her sing How Great Thou Art.
Yeah.
You will be blown away by her musical talent.
Yeah.
And so and I was actually there for that taping. It was cool.
Yeah.
In Trump's speech, he said, "In America, impossible is what we do best."
Yes.
And I thought that
I
was so
love
cool.
that.
Oh, yeah.
That goes on a bumper sticker, doesn't
sure.
it?
Yeah, that's right.
Absolutely.
Impossible in America. The impossible is what we do best, and the golden age of America begins now. Buckle up, buddy, because
It's
I'm
going to
ready.
be great. It's going to be
Yes.
great. One of the things he was talking about at the inauguration speech was the FEMA response to North Carolina. FEMA response.
FEMA? The
yeah, the
FEMA
FEMA response to the North Carolina tragedy where the hurricane went through there, and the fires in California and the hurricane in Florida. Was that FEMA is just dropping the ball left and right.
All the red tape. Yeah.
And so people have gotten really frustrated with that, and so you've probably seen a lot of people are starting GoFundMes, not only for themselves but to help other people. A lot of people don't know that if somebody starts a GoFundMe and they want to raise $5 million, that money isn't necessarily going to go to the people that need it the most. The way that money gets doled out, a lot of times it's to the people that have more of a presence. They have a bigger social circle. They have a bigger social media presence. Because maybe they're a part celebrity or something. The people that are really poor, that have 27 people following on Instagram, a lot of times they don't get any of that money. There was a story I read online that the Red Cross and the Salvation Army have kind of taken a back seat to this crowdfunding thing like GoFundMe, and platforms like GoFundMe are taking over. But the people that get that money and then decide how to spend it, they're not always really good with where they send that money.
You know, there is, you want to talk about celebrities, there is a celebrity TikToker, but she's also a Real Housewives of New York, Bethany Frankel, and she actually has a charity called the Global Empowerment Mission, and she is one of those few celebrities that puts her money where her mouth is, and she will go out there and she takes the money in and gets gift cards and then goes out there and personally hands them gift cards. So it takes all the red tape out.
Yeah, so that was actually one of the suggestions from this article. It's not tax deductible if you do it this way, but if you see somebody and their house burned down and they're out there, yeah, I know, but I just want to point it out. They're sifting through the ashes. Yeah, they're sifting through the ashes of their house and they have nothing. Yeah, give them, instead of sending $500 to a GoFundMe that's who knows where and money will be spent, give them a $500 gift card. That will go a long way. Yeah.
You know what I haven't put faith in now with is it a marketing scam or whatever, is watching all of these fireproof safes being opened and everything in there is charred, yeah. Wow.
Well, I think a lot of them are fire safe to a certain degree.
That's right.
They're not like you can dump them in lava and they'll come out fine.
Yeah.
Well, and I think these fires burned really
hot.
Really
yeah.
Super hot. Yeah.
But I guess you're putting like this false hope into something that, okay, my grandmother's pictures or brooch or my passports and birth certificates.
Yeah.
Go back to the old school, like the old people that we are, and do safety deposit boxes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
True.
That's right. There's a lot of scammers out there that are using celebrity accounts. Well, they fake celebrity accounts. There was a big one that got millions of dollars, somebody pretending to be a celebrity, and people were sending money to that. So do your research when you're going to donate to some of these online places. It's more important than ever. There's all kinds of scams out there.
Oh, yeah. I know on TikTok, I don't know if you know who Joe Nichols is. He's a country music singer. He follows me often and messages me and says, hey, baby. Hey, beautiful.
I'm sure it's him.
What was that? It wasn't the same one that asked if I was going to be a surrogate.
Will you be my Grammy?
Somebody asked me to be a Sir Baby.
Sir Baby.
That's what he asked me yesterday. Would you know what a Sir Baby is, or have you ever been one? And I was like, what? I had to ask her, what's a Sir Baby? She's like, where are you getting these messages?
I have a perplexed look on my face. What is can we say this on the air?
It's a Sir Baby. It's like
a surrogate. Someone's asking her to be a surrogate for a baby.
Yeah. Because my name is Mama.
Somebody would like to impregnate her. So does GoFundMe take a percentage of?
Oh, I'm glad you said that. They take 2.9% plus 30 cents per donation.
30 cents per dollar or per donation?
Per donation. So there's like a 30-cent transaction fee, which isn't much, but if you donate $5, it's $4.70, and then they take almost 3% of that.
But you said 2.9%
of
the donation.
So if you donate 100,
they're taking
$2.90 from it.
I could do that math.
Yeah.
If you're going to donate $500, go get two $250 gift cards and give them to somebody that really needs help.
But what if you're across, like what I hear in Texas and somebody's in North Carolina?
I'm glad you said that.
Thank you.
So yes, we want to help the people in the fires, and we want to help the people in North Carolina. There are people right here in town that don't have enough money for food, that have no money to put clothes on their kids. Yeah. All right, let's go help them.
Yeah,
I get in our local community.
But then when a natural disaster happens, like I want to be able to, it is kind of feel good.
I think there's too many people that they do want to help. They have great intentions, and they go, you know what, I'm going to donate $100. And they just do the easiest thing, and they donate $100, and they walk out, and they go, I feel so good, I really helped. But you need to do your research, because you don't know where that $100 is going. So you don't know how much of that money is going to get on the ground.
Donate to Steve Mallet.
That's Steve right. Mallet. Yes, we have this GoFundMe. It's Mallet at GoFundMe.com.
Yeah. Mallet, I'm sure.
Michelle's baby doll fund. Yeah. Freaky baby dolls. Have you seen these things she's bought for the baby?
I'm going to bring them in next week.
Don't you dare. Or tell me what I'm
going to bring them in next week. I got some.
What is it?
Oh, God.
They're called reborn babies. And so I got.
Well, that sounds horrible.
She bought them for the baby as a toy. I'm like, she's never going to spend the night at your house. These
But
are
they look
freaky.
like
They look
I'm gonna
real.
bring them in next time, so I'll have them on Instagram Live. But they have like little eyelashes,
Oh,
and
no.
like you look
They
at them, and
feel
they're-
like real
They
babies.
do. They feel like real babies.
Oh, my, that's just terrible.
It's terrible.
Hey, I'm gonna get a reborn baby monkey.
Even the name of that is terrible.
There are actually
It's-
people.
There are
No,
people
Steve,
that
listen.
they will have like a family, and they will do. You can
and they go
Google it,
out- they
and
go
they'll go
out
on
with these
walks,
babies.
and they sit them in their high chairs to eat
They
food,
put them
and
in
then they
car
seats.
these two
It-
haven't seen Tangled yet, so they're going to watch Tangled, and
Yeah.
they're
You know what it
dolls.
sounds like? It sounds like an offshoot of The Walking Dead.
Probably.
Coming to Cinemax near you or a Max near you. Yeah.
Very scary.
It is scary, but they're cute. And I just wanted to have some baby dolls that were at my house, and I ordered some baby
Freaky
dolls.
baby dolls.
Freaky.
I'm like, here's
What
the
happened
sweet
to the
ones you need
teddy
to
bear?
order.
Can you get a
That.
teddy bear?
Yeah.
Teddy bear's the way to go.
A teddy bear.
Yeah.
Okay.
What baby has not loved a teddy bear?
You guys and your technical difficulties in here. I tell
Yeah.
you what.
She's.
It's because he steals my.
I do. I steal the plugins.
He steals my
Well,
plug.
we got to go. We got to take a little break and get Ben Ingram in here.
Yeah, I'm sure Ben is going to be very excited to come in after this. Oh, I just put it up on the screen.
No way.
Oh, I need that baby.
The blue
Look
baby.
at that. Look at that little chimpanzee
I
orangutan.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, They
Okay.
gave me the chills.
Okay. Well,
We have degraded into I don't know what.
I
here.
did not spend that much money. I bought it on Temu. So my baby,
Temu.
my Temu,
Temu.
Temu baby. Oh, can I just say one more thing, which I thought was pretty funny, and I got a lot of comments on TikTok, was Jeff Bezos' girlfriend,
Oh,
Lauren
man.
Sanchez.
Wearing the bra.
Yes, and the reaction from Zuckerberg and like him like looking down at her, and I said something like, "She's not Amazon, she's Temu."
Looks like Amazon's buying Temu.
It's pretty funny that Zuckerberg didn't realize like 100 cameras were trained on him watching his wandering eye, huh?
Did you see that a Temu factory burned down? And they were like, the estimated value of the loss is $4.75.
That's funny. All right. Well, we got to take a little break and get Ben Ingram in here from Texas Regional Bank. So hang on, sit tight. We'll be right back.